What's up YouTube? So yeah, we're here with yet another video. So today we're gonna have a big update on the 1LE. So I'm actually headed about an hour and a half away to pick up my engine, well, my bottom end and my heads. And so I'm gonna head up there and get that. Then I'll hit y'all once I get there and let y'all see the heads. Picked up my heads and my bottom end, my block, and then got Gen 3 Performance right here. Got the ZL1 out back, 3rd gen GTO, 5th gen. What's the 2nd gen Camaro? I think that's a no, I don't know what kind of. That's a Cutlass. Another SS. Few trucks, Challenger, 5th gen, GTOs, stuff like that. So yeah, they have a lot out here. And then I just left Wilkes Performance over there. Picking my bottom end, but yeah. So we're gonna get back on the road and have get to the shop, get to work. I'll see y'all on the flip side. Alright, so YouTube, so I'm here at the house right now with the new block. Well, not my new block, but this is my 6.2 block bottom end. This is the cylinder that needed the sleeve, so you can see that sleeve right there. It's basically just re-sleeved this one cylinder and honed out the other cylinders. So they all look good. Ready to go. Then my heads are right here. With the valve springs, dual valve springs, which I had dual valve springs before, but this is just a new set. Dual valve springs, retainers, and once I flip them over when I get to the shop, then you'll see the port job, like you see the exhaust port job. And then, well, you'll be able to see the port job, and then as well as the new race intake and exhaust valves. So, right here is that old oil galley. I gotta get that poured out. Got us RTV taken off. And then we'll get to assembling the engine once we get to the shop. And I'll see y'all there. But meanwhile, I'm gonna let y'all see the doggos. That doggy-os. Look at Jewel right there. What up, Jewel? Say what's up to YouTube, girl. Cash, say what's up to YouTube, girl. Cash, come here. Say what's up, girl. She licked the camera. We got Diamond over here, drink some water. Come on, girl. Come on, Jewel. Diamond. Diamond. How much water you need, girl? We got Diamond right here. Diamond just had a bath yesterday. She's the only one that took a bath. Her sisters need to take a bath next. She's over there using the bathroom right now. Like she about to take a poop. She about to look like a squatted truck. Go ahead and look like a squatted truck, girl. Are you done? Come on then. Come on, girl. Where you going, Cash? I guess you're going to the back. Finish your business. Come on, Jewel. Yeah, you know, American Bully Bred pit bulls. They're taking over my garage right now. I got the AC system in here as well, so you know they got it better than me because I don't even have this type of AC at my shop. All right, so I guess first thing I'm doing is I'm putting the main bearings in the engine. I'm going to get everything cleaned back up. I had to take the crank back out, but I do have to get the oil squirters put in the engine. because they did take them out when they did the machine work. So that's what I'm doing right now. To get that done, then I'll go ahead and get that crank put in there, get everything torqued on the crank. Then I'll flip the engine around, probably sideways, because I don't have any bolts to go in my transmission. Well, I do have bolts, but just not long enough to go through the stand. So I'll probably either find some bolts or I'll put the engine together on its side. But yeah, I'll hit y'all with the next step. Thing that I've never seen anyone ever talk about is the oil galleys. Well, I mean, not everyone talks about it, but a lot of people do. Basically goes behind the rear main seal. It goes right here in this little hole. Start mixing with the coupe. Got that crank in there right now. I got it torqued down. So you're gonna do the inner bolts, do 15 foot-pound, then you're gonna do 110 degrees on the inner bolts. Then on the outer bearing caps, you're gonna do 15 foot-pounds, followed by 80 degrees on that final pass. Then on the bearing cap side bolts, you're gonna do 18 foot-pounds, and then 60 degrees on that last turn. So these are the inners, the outers, and then the side. So now we're getting ready to drop the pistons in there. They are labeled left and right. We're gonna have an arrow pointed forward. So the left side is gonna be the driver's side. And then I'm also get the new bearings put in, as well as the new rod bolts. What's up? We're back with next part. So I do have all the rods, all the connecting rods torqued to spec. So on that first pass, you're gonna do 15 foot-pounds. The second pass, you're gonna do 85 degrees. So the rods are all torqued to spec. So the crank should move freely. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna flip it over, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get the timing guide put on, and then get the cam slid in, and then we'll go from there, getting the front assembled. And then we'll go ahead and get the rest of the engine assembled as well. I did go ahead and put the timing cover on the rear. I mean, not the timing cover, the rear main seal on the rear of the engine. So go ahead and get that out of the way. So yeah, catch y'all the next part. So these right here, they're gonna torque to 18 foot-pounds. I'm gonna grab the torque for these right quick so I can go ahead and torque my cam plate. And then she'll go on to basically putting the timing chain on, well, the cam phaser timing chain, getting the engine put in time as well. So top dead center. I did end up missing a part. So basically putting the engine in time, you're gonna line this arrow up with the crank gear. There's gonna be a dot on the top of the crank gear. The dot is gonna line up with that arrow, and basically you're gonna have this keyway going towards the corner of the oil pump, not the 6.2. That's another way you can line it up. And then you're gonna have the cylinder, the #1 cylinder at top dead center. So in a second, I'm gonna go ahead and clean those pistons. These are old pistons. These two are new, as well as the other side. These three are old pistons, and then this is a new piston. So got the cam in, got my new timing chain. This is a heavy duty timing chain, basically a OEM heavy duty LS Gen 5 LT timing chain. Ordered it from GPI, Gwatney Performance Innovations. Got your cam gear here. I also got me a new cam actuator bolt, whatever it's called. I got that from GPI as well. Then I had my buddy Cody hook me up with a brand new oil pump from Barkley. What is next? What else been done? So I'm gonna go ahead and get this bolt taken out. Well, I'll leave that in there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get the engine flipped over, and I'm gonna start on the oil pan. Basically, I'm gonna get the oil pan siliconed up. I'm gonna get silicone put on the oil pan. Basically, I have my new oil housing gaskets, or O-rings, and I have my new oil pump gasket right here as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the oil pan siliconed up and put on the engine. Then we're gonna go from there. Changing plans. Basically, I'm gonna go ahead and get my timing cover put on here first, because I do have that connector that has to go in the bottom of my oil pump. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the timing cover put on the engine, and then go that way. So this is my timing cover. And I did go ahead and upgrade my timing cover crank seal with a fast fish crank seal. So basically just knock old one out and slide the new one in. And then it's gonna also change the orientation when you go with the fast fish. So the standard LT1 crank seal is gonna be basically reversed. So this side will be on the inside, and then you'll have the open side on the outside. But with the fast fish, you're basically going with the LS style. So you're gonna flip it around, and then you can also tell because you have that spring on the inside. Alright, so went ahead and got the timing cover. Shut your ass up.
Show me how to be.
Man, I dropped him on his head last week. You heard me, I dropped him on your head a couple weeks ago. But so this is the timing cover. Timing cover's on there. Timing cover's on there. Torque these bolts to 18 foot-pound. Oil pan is also on. You're gonna torque that to 18 foot-pound as well. As well as that, oh, I got the lifters in the car. Lifter trays, lifters. The lifter trays are torqued to 89 inch-pounds. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the oil cooler housing installed. And then I'm gonna get the engine mounts put on the engine. Then we're gonna go from there. Slacking a little bit, but there we at right now. Gotta put the engine mount back on the side right here. But I have basically everything. So the oil cooler, compressor housing, bracket, timing cover, the alternator bracket, and the other engine mount. I'm gonna go ahead and get the engine. Well, I'm gonna jack the car up, take the bumper off, drop the subframe just a little in the rear, and I'm gonna go ahead and get everything taken off, like the cross mount. And then I still gotta get the clutch and the flywheel put on the engine, and then I'll get that motor dropped in the car. Once I do that, I'll put everything on there, like the starter, drop the heads in there. Drop the headers in there, drop the heads, everything like that. Then basically try to go ahead and get the car started. If not tonight, then tomorrow. Main thing I'm looking for, I need to find a head dowel for my a dowel for my cylinder head, because the machine shop gave me 3 of them back instead of 4. So you kind of need that to line the head up. Some people don't use it to line it up, but it's easier to line it up using that. So I'm gonna see what I find out. I'm gonna go ahead and get that fuel load. So this is the point where we are now. I haven't been really filming much, but did get the clutch and the flywheel installed. I did get the clutch and the flywheel installed on the car. See what else I put on. What else I put on there? So this right here, so I ended up bending my other oil cooler line. So basically when I got this until my new one gets here, it's basically just a substitute for the hard line that goes there. I can grab that right quick. So there's a kink right there. There's a little opening, but that's not enough to flow fluids through. I got my bumper right there. This is what we're looking like right now. Got my intake manifold right here being cleaned out, as well as my headers. Intake manifold had oil and a few metal pieces in it, so I went ahead and got that out. But yeah, everything's going smooth so far. I will have to wait till tomorrow to start this because I don't have a dowel on the other side for my head. I do have a few people that have some, so I'm going to grab one from them. Right there, that dowel. Then I'll go ahead and get the driver's side buttoned up. Basically get everything buttoned up that I can. And then once I get that other head put on, then I'll do like the fuel lines. Yeah, fuel lines. I'll go ahead and do the valve tonight. Fuel lines, the injectors. Basically have it ready to be started. And then we're gonna go from there. So I have the alternator connected. Well, the alternator is on the engine now, as well as the AC compressor. So now I'm gonna go under the car and basically loosen the back of the trans so I can tilt it. And the engine, basically I can put the engine and trans together once I tilt it, because right now it's too much of an angle for the input shaft to go into the engine. And I got my boy over here, he's doing a trying to wire up a LS swap. Just a little bit. On a Cutlass over here, so we're over here working. It's about 1 o'clock. Yeah, it is. It's 1:22, but yeah, we over here working, just trying to get stuff done. I want to have my car ready, so when I get that other dial for the head, I can go ahead and just throw it on.
I want to have this car running by tomorrow too. Yeah.
Hopefully we'll have 2 cars crank up tomorrow.
Have an LT crank up and an LS crank up.
It's not supposed to be a 4, man. We're working on it. LS bullcrap. What is this thing over here?
Man, like he about to go to bed.
Yeah, right. That what the show feel like.
So far, got the engine in the car. Got everything bolted down. The AC compressor's on. The AC drive belt is on. The balancer, the alternator. Have the headers in as well. The trans bolts are all tight. Knock sensors and everything plugged in. Everything down low that I need to be plugged in is plugged in. So I'm not running a heat shield this time, because when I first did my headers, I took the heat shield off. Never had a problem with my car cranking. When I did when I did the cam the first time in the car, I put the heat shield on the starter, and my car started. It began to start slow, and one time it didn't start at all, and so I was like, oh man, and so I had to wait till it charged. But also got so I'm not going to run it this time. Also got the valley cover on. I have the high pressure fuel pump back there. I'm getting ready to slap the head on now, so we'll go ahead and get that thrown on, and then throw the bolts in and get that sequence torqued, and then go ahead and wait on the dial so I can get this other side done. Here, freshly ported and polished heads. I think they were also CNC'd as well with new valve springs and seats. I did have valve springs and seats on before, new seats, but the machine shop went ahead and replaced my other ones with, I had dual spring before, but they went ahead and replaced it with another set of dual springs. I don't know if you did it on purpose or on accident, but I didn't get charged, so I'm not complaining. And then you have the valves as well. And then I think this is the cylinder that was fixed. No, it wasn't. So I'm not sure which head it was. The cylinder was fixed, but basically have the race intake and the race exhaust. So these are the intake valves, and these are the exhaust valves. And then I can also put my port job, on in the description. I'm gonna go ahead and place that head on the block now. My ladder put here. Thing looks good on there. Clean thing on the engine. And then as well, I did go with the well, I ordered these when I first did my cam, the ARP bolts, but I'm gonna actually use them this time. The last time I used my other bolts, because I didn't plan on taking the engine apart until I did the bottom end. But now that I have to replace my bolts, I'm going to go ahead and do so.
Nice hood job, man. Hope it runs as good as it looks. Yeah. I was trying to make sure I was supposed to put you on thread.
But yeah, I know when I come back tomorrow, I'll go ahead and get the car, I'll go ahead and get that other dial, and then I'll get the other head put on, get everything else buttoned up, get the headers bolted up. So everything I have to do now, basically have to get the water pump. Well, I need to get new gaskets for a water pump, but I get the water pump, install that, then I'll put that main belt on, and then once I do that, I will get the coolant and everything, the coolant reservoir ran, go ahead and get the radiator fan reinstalled, and I may do that before I put everything else in, because it's right there. Then I have to do the fuel system, and then basically just make sure everything is straight. Go ahead and put the brake-in oil in, drive 50 miles, let it idle for a minute, and then change the oil. And then we'll be going on to the actual engine break-in process, which I absolutely hate that part of anything, really. New cars, rebuilt engines.
What kind of oil you using over here, bud?
Break-in, you're just using standard 30 oil, no weight. It's just SA30 oil. It's thick enough to where it'll pick up all the contaminants in the oil, so all the metal flakes from the new the new rings and bearings. And once I do that, I'll drive 50 miles and change the oil again. Once I change that oil, I'll put 5W30 in it for another 500 miles, and then I'll change it and I'll use that 0W30. And a lot of 1LE guys uses that oil.
I can't believe you had to put 16 quarts in this thing, man.
Yeah, sure. I don't really want to do it, but I was told by a GM Master Tech that the car is going to take about 16 quarts of oil to fill all the coolers and the entire engine on first start. It's going to take about 4 quarts of coolant. So I have to go pick up, I have 12 quarts of SA30. I mean standard 30. And so tomorrow I have to go get 4 more quarts. And then I also have to go get another gallon of concentrate coolant so that I can mix the 2 gallons and then mix 2 gallons of water. I always use concentrate because you get more out of it. If you ever lose coolant or you're low on coolant, just get some distilled water and boom, you're good to go. I really should be wearing gloves, so this stuff is messy.
I mean, you knee deep in dirt and grime anyway. Look at the springs in there. What's your first sequence, dude?
Hold on 1 second.
Oh yeah, you got it.
59 foot-pound, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I got it right here on our handy dandy ARP paperwork.
But yeah, first sequence is going to be 59 foot-pounds of torque, and then second sequence is going to be 90 degrees, and then the third sequence is going to be 60 degrees.
Alright, that helps.
Or when you get a high rim, do you know you have to cut this? Yeah, you gotta cut that motherfucker. But look at the runner, dude.
I mean, yeah, I already see it. It's gonna for sure be up there. Can't even see in this man's car. You got the trunk open and everything. You can barely see that the trunk is open.
Let every police in the world know.
Well, you can tell them to get off your YouTube channel. This ain't the only illegal thing you have done on there.
No, they can watch. As long as they come get work done at X South Performance, Tuscaloosa Performance.
Tuscaloosa Performance.
Yes, sir. XL Performance, Tuscaloosa Performance, RE Performance.
I'm pretty sure we're not even going about Tuscaloosa Performance at this point.
Well, XL Performance and RE Performance. As long as they come get some work done.
They can watch all they dang want to.
Or if they sponsor us, they can do all they want. Yeah, back of my car gonna say sponsored by
TBD.
So.
Space sponsored by TBD.
Yep. I need to get my.
You need a shorter half-inch extension for the back one for sure. Well, this is how you torque heads, guys. It's the only way to put a motor together. You gotta be in the motor with it. You gotta be in the car with it, in the engine with it, in the engine bay. God dang!
I need something else, cause this motherfucker is hitting this damn pipe right here.
Why are you recording like that? Record how it is. Literally not.
I wonder what y'all looking at.
Oh, shit. That's, look.
Hey,
look,
Cody.
look,
Hey, bro,
look.
you got Cody over here confused.
Hold on, Cody. You see that shit?
It's like lighting up the sky, like not like
Can you fucking
vapor or no smoke.
Oh God.